Hello and welcome to Star Wars InVader. I'm here with the usual Nick, oh that's me, and Nath, and we're here to
Hello.
talk about rumours, news, and we've got some juicy gossip. So, first, before we get into that, how was your day, Nath?
Yeah, not too bad. Looking forward to going to see Minions later. I'm not jumping on the trend of wearing a suit to the cinema. So I'm a bit of a grump. I think it's a bit of a spoiled sport. And some of these Gen Z trends, TikTok trends, they drive me nuts, to be honest with
Yeah, I've heard about that, actually. Yeah, they've been dressing up in suits, but some of them have been okay. But then there's been quite a few people who have been causing trouble, and obviously some kids have been getting upset. So I think
you.
they said they're going to ban people from wearing suits to the cinema or something for the
Yeah,
time being,
yeah,
which
I did
might be
hear that.
unfair to some people, like, but you know.
Well, that's the thing, though. They're like Minions, the film. They're actually saying on their official account they're actually encouraging people to wear suits. They themselves, the creators of the movie, so obviously they're going to encourage that. If they see there's a TikTok trend, and they see obviously the main market is a younger generation, they're going to push that, because they're going to want all of them to dress up in suits and have a laugh and come to the cinema because it'll make them millions of pounds. I think it's like alright, like some of the Despicable Me films are some of the biggest, highly grossing animated films ever, anyway. So, of course they're going to try and get people to do whatever they want or to get on the trend because it'll make them even more money. But yeah, apparently, as you said, some of them been doing stupid things like chucking bananas and making loads of noise, and like a lot of teenagers and stuff. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go and watch it for a laugh with my friend, and just hoping there's no large groups of suit wearing teenagers.
Right. Yeah, you like the kids' films, do you?
I'll watch anything, mate. I
Didn't you
genuinely will.
watch? Oh, you went to see Buzz Lightyear, no? As well.
Yeah, unfortunately missed that. I'll probably just watch that when it comes out. It'll come out on Disney one, I think.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just watch it when it comes out on there. I've heard good things. I watched another film though, Bad Guys, the other day. Um, that was a really good film as well. I really enjoyed it. I don't see where people are like, oh, you gonna watch that for us for kids. I did take my niece to watch it,
Ah,
so
so
I'm
you
not
don't get so
going.
embarrassed, probably.
So I had my reason, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
What
I don't
about
know.
you?
Do you remember when you were younger, the Buzz Lightyear video game? Did you ever play
I
that?
don't know.
No, oh, I
No,
loved that game.
no.
I did. I've seen some stuff on Facebook. People saying, "Oh, this isn't the origin story of Buzz Lightyear. It's the game." And I was like, "Yeah, I did actually like that." It was, I think it was on like PS1 or PS2 or something like how it was.
Okay,
And I watched.
okay.
There was also like a series on it. I think it was similar to the game, and that went so bad. Like that was quite good too. So it'd be interesting. I watch it at some point. I like a
Mm.
few kiddie films too, a few cartoons. Um, you know, man enough to say that. Grown adult
Yeah,
watching
well,
watching
you've
cartoons.
got 7 kids. You got 7 kids, haven't you?
Oh yeah, good joke. Yeah, well, I'll probably just bring them along like you and pretend it's for them, but really it's for me. You know how it goes.
Exactly.
Um,
It's a good disguise.
yeah, yeah. I know you do that a lot anyway. Right, so on to the rumours and news. Let me share the screen. Okay, so I've got a few bits here. I think first off we're going to talk about Andor. Let's give it a bit of a read, see what it's about. There we are, it's come up. So, see in here, it'll span 5 years leading up to Rogue One, which I quite like
Okay.
because they can obviously delve into the characters a bit more. I don't like rushed series. Like Obi-Wan was good, but if they added a few extra episodes, it could have been better because the character development was a bit off at times.
Yeah.
So let's read
If
you
it's
then.
like 5 years, how many series do you reckon then it's gonna be? Like if it's
I
five
think it
years.
means 5 series over 5 years.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but they could do it in a shorter time period if they wanted to, can they?
Yeah,
But they don't have to do like a series for each year, if you know what I mean. But it'd be interesting to see like if they do it over just 1 or 2 series, or where they, as you said, do a like 5 series for each one of them years before.
yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, so they're saying 5 series, um, and it's actually going to be based 5 years before Rogue One too. So each season will be based on a year time frame, which is
Ah,
interesting.
okay, there you are then. It's a lot to commit to, though, isn't it? Straight away, 5 seasons.
Yeah, they don't know how it's going to be next. There's some stuff hasn't really clicked with the fans, like some of the newer
Yeah.
films.
No, I
So
just think
it is a
obviously with
bit
Obi
strange.
Wan being such a big one, like, and yeah, like as you said, some of the other ones might not have been as popular. I know some people, lots of people like it, but some people don't as much. Like Boba Fett, some people say they were not as fussed on that. So to commit
Yeah.
or saying that's gonna be like five seasons is quite a big commitment, you know.
Well, they're probably doing it because Rogue One was a success, wasn't it? So they're just thinking, do you know
Yeah,
what?
have you heard it's the same? I think it's like the same writers or same showrunner, like or whatever involved in it.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Um,
Yeah, it probably would be though, wouldn't it,
yeah,
if it's got those characters.
other one like the same writers, the directors or something. I can't remember his name off the top of my head now. Who's involved in it? So they said like, obviously, if it's got the same kind of people involved, it should work out a bit better normally, isn't it? Because of they're invested in the project for a start.
Yeah. Wonder if there's a little trailer or something to watch. Yeah. Oh no, it's just information. That's fine. Yeah, that's interesting. That is, and it says that you're on the bottom. So at the start, he's a very different man from what you see in the film. So he's obviously going to develop as a character to where we see him, well, where we know
Yeah,
from
we
him from
do.
Rogue One, which is good. That's where I went.
Yeah,
That's why I like. I think it's much better
yeah, we like seeing
story. Feel
character
more
development.
connected with the character. Yeah. Ah, that's,
Definitely, it's good to see character development, isn't it? And seeing like, just as we seen with Reva in Obi Wan, like seeing like her at the start, and then see like a development of a backstory as well. And is there going to be a chance where you know turn into the light side or whatever, where she couldn't obviously kill Luke in the end.
yeah.
Um, so it's good to see that the development of characters in it. So if we can see that, because he starts off obviously on his planet, and he gets a dislike, you know, the Empire and so forth, and he he then becomes this more rebellious, this tactician almost, isn't he? Like he's
Yeah.
good like at assassin kind of thing. He's
Yeah.
like just a skilled fighter. So yeah, it'd be good to see how he got to that point, and how basically yeah, I wonder if it shows him then when he's like younger, like it'll be a younger character then,
Oh,
maybe
like de-age him a
in
little
the
bit,
series.
or have another actor in for it.
No, just like maybe where they either do like a younger actor or like flashback scenes then with a younger, different actor,
Hmm.
showing how they first grew to dislike the Empire and all that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I liked the robot K2SO. I thought he was really funny. I know you haven't seen the film yet, have you? You need to look out.
No, that's
You
my
need to look out
homework.
for him. The
I'm
robot
gonna
is
do my
probably the best
norm.
part of it, I think.
I'm gonna do my normie reviews. I think soon. No, I'm gonna start watching things, the Star Wars movies. Got my
Yeah.
Disney subs,
Well,
so
you got plenty to
start
watch.
watching them. And I'll do. Yeah, no, exactly. So I'll do like normie reviews. As I said, I'm not so much of fanatics itself. I don't know as much detail, so I suppose for some people it might be interesting to see my opinion from a completely fresh. See what I think of it.
Yeah, I know I could be a bit biased sometimes because obviously Star Wars is my favourite, isn't it? So um,
Yeah.
sometimes I could have a different view to other people, which is good. That's what we wanted to do, innit? We wanted to do this little dynamic we got here of obviously me as a major fan and you obviously you like it, but not as much as me, I
Yeah.
suppose. You've seen all the major films or the Skywalker saga, have you?
I've seen them all, yeah, yeah, from like years
So
ago.
you haven't
That's
seen
the
the
thing.
spin-offs and stuff.
I could definitely do with like a recap, you know. So
Yeah. Well, the
yeah,
spin-offs you need to
watch the
watch
more.
Rogue One and I think it's the Han Solo film. They're both good. I don't know what happened with the Han Solo film. Maybe it was just came out too soon after one of the Skywalker films. But it's generally good, and
Yeah,
I liked it, so I don't get why he didn't do so well. But he didn't do too bad, though, really. So, yeah,
I'll have to go back and do them in chronological order or something.
yeah, I think on Disney Plus they've got that option of literally starting
Oh,
the films, and I
is
think it's
it?
the series as well, and you can go through them.
Ooh, I'm gonna be a busy boy then.
Yeah. Um, so I'm hoping to see a few characters turn up. I'd like to see Jin Erso, because she was one of the main characters, along with Cassian in the Rogue One.
Yeah,
I liked
yeah.
Saw Gerrera with Forrest Whitaker. I think it was a hell of a performance he did. It's brilliant.
Did he
Um,
die? No.
yeah, he did. He died, but he was like
Oh, this is before, yeah.
he was like a rebel, but he was like an orthodox rebel where he was doing anything to like forward the cause rather than doing what was right. Some things he was doing wasn't right really, or like
So
ethically
there's like a
right.
grey area morally, isn't there?
Yeah, that's it. Like he was doing it everything for the rebels, but ethically sometimes he was a bit off, and he wasn't. Yeah, he was. Well, put it this way, he was going to torture one of the characters, so do you know what I mean? That doesn't really go in with a lot of rebels characters, does it?
He's good at playing them kind of characters, though. Force
Yeah.
Whitaker,
No, I like Forrest Whitaker.
strong kind of like powerful characters. Uh, he plays the
Yeah.
same kind of character in a series called Expanse. I don't know if you've
All
seen
right.
that.
No, I haven't seen that.
And again, he's I think it was it. Wait, let me just double check. Yeah, I'm sure he is it, and he's like again like a general kind of thing,
Yeah.
and he's got questionable ethics in it, to say the least. And again,
Yeah.
he's like just does what he wants.
Why is he still supposed to be like a good guy fighting the cause? Is it? And but the ethics are a bit off.
Yeah,
Is it?
I agree. Yeah.
All right, I'll have to give it a watch. Yeah, I like a few of the things he's in. One thing I don't want in the series is Darth Vader. I know some people might want him in there, but I think we need a little bit of a break from him now. Like I think using him too much would like take
We need a
away.
break for him.
Yeah, come on. Like you know, if you use him too much, it won't be as special then. If when he comes on the screen, it's like you've seen him in Obi-Wan. Like obviously he was in the end of Rogue One as well. I think you just need a little bit of a break. Like just concentrate on these characters. Maybe do less Force users in this show. I think Like I'd like to see just
Okay.
the other side of it.
They
Like,
just brought more like more combat with the standard weapons or what?
yeah, like like normal people, normal soldiers, rather than just force users all the time. Like, obviously the best thing about Star Wars is the force users, in my opinion. But there's other parts of it there. There's the smugglers and obviously the military aspect as well. So I wanted
Yeah.
to concentrate on the military. Maybe like I don't know. I wouldn't even like a cameo, but if they had to, just do a brief cameo or something. Like I don't want to see him coming in, destroying stuff and causing havoc. Like, I'm just, leave it to the other people maybe just for this series, and then because he's coming back into the Ahsoka series as well. So, well, we're just gonna have Darth Vader like every series. I mean, nah,
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
you can never have enough Darth Vader, no?
Well, Vader Bibbs, can't have enough of him. All right,
I
I
don't
think we've
know.
rinsed that story anyway. So should we have a look what
Let's
else
go
we got?
next. Next.
Okay, this one I think is a rumour. So Daily Express. Let's have a look what it says. Okay, so they're gonna remake original trilogy's key scenes for Disney Plus. Okay.
Remake what?
They're gonna remake original trilogy key scenes. This is a rumour.
Okay.
And it's going to be around the Battle of Yavin. In order to flesh out the story, you're saying, okay. So I'm guessing then this is to do with the newer projects. I don't know, I don't think I'd like that, to be honest. Like, I know George Lucas changed the scene.
There's a danger, isn't there, with changing things too much, like, because
Yeah, just leave it be, like.
yeah, like if you change it, change it a bit too much, it gets a bit random, isn't it? Like, how often you gonna end up changing things? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this is obviously the major one with George Lucas when he changed who shot first. I don't know if you ever heard of that. There's like some memes and stuff about. So originally, Han shot first, and George Lucas decided to change it so the character, the bounty hunter Greedo, shot first but missed. And a lot of people don't like that because obviously, well, Han Solo is a loved character, so like by him shooting first, he's like quick draw, and he's a good quick draw. So yeah, I didn't like that. And also another thing they changed was they put Hayden Christensen as a Force Ghost at the end of the original films instead of the previous actor. And the reason they gave was because they said they go back. The Force Ghost show a time when they were last alive in the light side. So they're saying, oh, okay, that's when he was last in the light side properly, was Hayden Christensen's portrayal, which was, it just looked ridiculous, to be honest. But yeah, the original films are gold dust. You don't need to change it, and if they are, then fans aren't going to be happy, and it's going to cause more of a divide than there already is, really. Like, Star Wars is so divisive at the moment. There's two sides throughout every film, every series. So, say it again.
I think it is very just dangerous remaking, rehashing, remaking things all the time.
Yeah.
A continuous remix in any kind of franchise like Ballers means on this shit is my head in. Like, I do. How many Spider-Mans you can have as well? I think for a start. But I don't know. I did like last Spider-Man film where they they got all the Spider-Mans together. I think they pulled it off right, actually, to be fair
Yeah.
to them in that. But there's definitely like a danger of like recasting, remaking, and changing things all the time. Like there's a danger that you are gonna lose like some fans of that because of they will be like, oh well, why are you changing it? Like I'm like a true fan or original fan, and I feel like you're just changing things just so you can fit other things in, or because you're not creative enough, so you have to edit stuff just to make the current stuff work. So
Yeah, no,
you
that
need to
is
be.
literally going to divide fans. And, well, I don't even know about divide. I think possibly it would just annoy the majority of fans. So, I don't know, I don't see this being true. If it is, it's a ridiculous idea. Um, yeah, these films are rated very highly. They're still loved to this day. They just shouldn't touch them. Like, George Lucas shouldn't have touched them. And if Disney do, there's going to be more of an uproar because, like, a lot of fans don't like the Disney Star Wars. They like George Lucas's Star Wars, and they think that they're like ruining the franchise. So, yeah,
Yeah.
they need to change the idea if they are going for that.
I mean, I can understand why it's done sometimes, but I don't know. Like, yeah, to me, it's almost kind of being like as well. We're not creative enough, or we can't think of ideas unless we change stuff that's already been done, right?
Yeah,
Because they have to change in a lot of movies. You have to change when you remake stuff. It can be like to change, like you said, small details or whatever, just so that other things can be possible. So it's just like rehashing stuff, just so you can make new stuff. And it's like, well, can't you just think of some other cool new ideas, or is it that
yeah.
hard?
Well, it says here they're doing it to kind of modernise the films. I don't know. They don't need modernising now, really. It's just gonna. Yeah, I don't like this idea,
Are
to be
they going to
honest.
go back and remake and modernize all the James Bond films, especially since I see Bond over there?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, just don't. Classic films, just keep it that way. There's no point anyway, because this, as I said, they're still loved to this day. They still get watched to this day. If it came a point, like, in the future where people stopped watching it or it wasn't so well thought of, then yeah, maybe just
I
redo
think some
the series again,
franchises,
like
some
redo the
things so
trilogy.
classic.
But say again.
Yeah, I think some things, some franchises are so big, so like classic. You just shouldn't like mess around with them. Like as I said, like obviously we're on about Star Wars now, but like James Bond as well. I wouldn't like. I know they like Casino Royale. They remade that. There was one an older one, and then there's one obviously with Daniel Craig is, and then like, but to completely like remake it, or how are they going to modernize it then? Are they just gonna, what, just snazzy it up, or you said that they're actually planning on changing some scenes, no?
Yeah, they're gonna change scenes. They say and modernize it.
Well,
Apparently,
if
it's
they
because there's
change
a
that
project
just
coming
because how
up.
they doing that?
I don't know. I
That's what I
really don't
mean. So
know.
yeah, they're changing it. They're changing it just because they want to fit their little project to make sense, essentially.
Yeah,
Which
so
I
it's a new
think is
project. They reckon that Star Wars fans are gonna love. I don't know about that.
yeah, they might love it. They might love it. Okay, they might, but at the expense of messing around with other films.
Yeah, no, I don't
So
know. I don't like it. They're gonna. It says here they're gonna modernize versions of both the explosions of Death Star 1 and 2. Nah, there's no point. There's no point.
you seem very passionate about this one.
Yeah, no, well, the original films are my favourite. Like, I like the prequels as well. I liked some aspects of the sequels. Not all of it, but I like, some parts of it. Um, yeah, no, don't. You just shouldn't touch the originals. Literally, they are gold dust. Don't. Okay,
Save them, dude.
so this is a rumor anyway, so I'm hoping it's not true. So we have a look where the news and rumors are
Yeah, that's
about.
good.
Okay, so this is from the Daily Star. They're not really reliable normally,
I was gonna say, hello.
but I think this is supposed to be true though. Yeah, so as you can see in this image, the hotel are offering, the Star Wars hotel now, are offering these drinks. It looks like some fancy shots. Obviously, it's a nice little Star Wars canister, which is good. Um, yeah, it does look good. There's like smoke coming off it, but I wouldn't pay £4,000 for a shot. No, thank you. I've heard
Yeah,
this
but
this hotel is really pricey as it is.
you're paying for some top quality, probably alcohol or whatever. So it's probably like one of these alcohols that's like it comes from some secret cave in an unknown country,
Well, it's got to
which
be.
is guarded by lions or something like that. You know one of these where they're like, so when you buy spring water, it's not just spring water; it's spring water that's trickled down the minerals of the Himalayan mountains, and it's just
Oh yeah,
fallen
yeah.
straight into your bottle.
Literally like
Yeah,
reading
so
poetry.
yeah, so it's the equivalent of an alcoholic drink. Probably it's going to be good quality stuff, and you're paying for the you're not paying for the drink really, are you? Most of the time with things like this, you're paying for the, almost the entertainment of it. You've got, like you
Yeah.
say, the what's getting served in. Like it's the experience. That's what I was looking for. You're paying for the experience more than the drink itself.
Yeah, and I think
So
the
yeah, I
look
don't
of it
know.
as well, isn't it? Because it's like Star Wars themed look in a canister
I
with
mean,
little, looks like smoke coming out of the drink. So it does
I
look
mean,
good.
I'd be reluctant to pay. What's it say there?
Well, it's saying five thousand
£4,100.
dollars, but around four
Yeah.
thousand pounds. Nah.
I
Oh,
think
it says here actually
higher.
4,100 in pounds, and it's called a
Yeah, I think
Kyber crystal.
you're not
Nah.
getting me on that one.
Like I would like to go to this hotel because I've heard good things about it, but I've also heard negatives. Everyone's saying it's too expensive. Only the rich are going to be able to afford it, and for some place in like Disney World, then like they shouldn't really be charging so much. And it's about kids and stuff, really. Like they should want the kids to experience it, and obviously the little kids
Yeah.
like me, the adult kids.
Well, I know being funny. It's a supply and demand thing, isn't it? You can challenge whether you should do it cheaper, but people will pay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think they should lower it. Yeah, it's in this. It's called the Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge. So they got like a little pub area where you can get drinks
Well,
in your spare time.
I wouldn't,
Some
I wouldn't be
images.
going there. I wouldn't be going there anyway. I haven't got the money, and even if I did, I wouldn't go because I'm too tight.
Yeah, no, well, I've seen some Star Wars YouTubers. They've been saying about it, and obviously they got some. They got a bit of wonga like. And even they're saying no, I'm not wasting my money on that. It's too expensive. Like, and they're saying as well they'd
Yeah,
love the experience. They've got the money for it. They're just not paying for it.
definitely. Not for me. To be honest with you though, it is a really cool thing. Like the hotel, the fact they are serving the drink like that. It's just obviously, as you said, the price point is per lot. Like, can they
Yeah.
do another hotel on the side, maybe with like a Weatherspoon's price version?
Well, they do a few. They do a few cheaper ones, but even them they're a little bit too expensive. It says here it's made with shots of cognac, an ultra
Cognac.
expensive bourbon
Cognac.
whiskey, port, Japanese yuzu, and I can't say this. Kumquat, is it? Is that what it's called?
Kumquat, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. So I don't care what's in it. I'm not paying it. Simple as. Um, it says you also get sparkling wine from George Lucas's Skywalker Vineyard Estate. Okay.
Alright. So it's
As well
not
as
just that one drink,
flowers and treats sent to your room. Yeah, but what's the treats then, innit? And you get to keep the glasses the drinks are served in, but not the container. No, I want the container if I'm paying that price. I'm sorry. I want everything. Give me all the freebies you can.
I don't know. Oh, like it is still a lot. I mean, some people might be not so annoyed with the fact that you do get like a glass of wine and this nice little package, maybe with flowers or treats, whatever said treats are, as you said.
Yeah.
But I don't know for £5,000. I'm not being funny. That could pay for a very nice family holiday. £5,000 for most everyday people. So
Yeah. No, I just think
it
they
all
shouldn't
depends.
be
If you've got
aiming it towards the upper class. Then I just think it should be aimed towards everyone, innit? Inclusive.
yeah, like £5,000. As you said, this is a lot of this seems like at the price point of people who have got more money, like maybe your upper middle class, or upper class or whatever. Some those who have a bit more money, and for the everyday person, I just don't think £5,000 for a drink is really that realistic, is it? So I don't
No.
know. Should they should for like as I said, maybe they should do as most people say, a wish version, a cheaper version, a cheaper
Yeah,
version
it
next
shows
door.
some users saying, that was a funny one, yeah. So $5,000, I bet have Mark Hamill be my friend for a week. And then another one says, that drink better cure cancer. Yeah, no, I understand the sentiment, like, it is too much.
Expensive
Okay,
drink.
so we're talking about affordable drinks, and I wouldn't even say these are affordable, but more reasonable than. So it says they do cocktails, including the £13 Spire Sunset, which features Saigon Bagger, Kumquat, Aichi, and Coconut. Or you can get the Pickled Minac, which has Mezcal, Blood Orange, Contrio. Is it called Contrio? And Bailey's.
No,
Okay, whatever. Bailey's salted caramel as well. So yeah, there are some cheaper ones, but even that, like, I wouldn't want to go to the bar and just be paying £13 a drink. It'll just rack up.
Nah, come on, no, I'm
Oh no,
telling
I'd have one or two maybe, but imagine you wanted a few drinks then.
£13. Yeah, no, but £13 for a place like what it is, that's fine, I think. Like,
Yeah, but would you have?
expect
You couldn't have more
it
than a few,
is.
could you?
No, not right now, pal. But
Oh, if you were rich,
but
like,
what I'm
oh,
saying is,
get drunk at
no,
the
but
Star Wars
£13,
Hyperspace Lounge.
I don't think you have to be rich. I think you save up for holidays like this. £13 a drink in a nice hotel, and you're in like basically having cocktails. £13 for a cocktail isn't too bad. I don't think myself.
Yeah, so I've read this point early, well not earlier, but I suppose it was like 2 months ago, and apparently it's a 2-day thing. This Galactic Star Cruiser / hotel, and it's immersive experience. Where you can go to like some Jedi training, and you're part of the story while you're there. But it cost a minimum of £3,500 per day. So obviously that in
So
itself.
the drinks. So what's that? A day? Not a day. Surely not a day, is it?
Well, it says per ticket here, but I read a few months ago it was per day. I don't know what the actual fact is of it, though. This is Daily Star, by the way, so take it with a pinch of salt, some of the things.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so they're saying, some people are saying here, it's like you're in a video game. It's like a little story. Yeah, so the drink cost more than the actual experience, which is ridiculous. And
Right.
the 3,500 then for even if it was for the 2 days, that's way too expensive. But if it is what I read, 3,500 each day, imagine paying £7,000. Nah, sorry,
Their
too much.
argument would be, though, and I think you could understand it, is look at the facilities and the cost they would incur. So I'm guessing if it's immersive, they've got actors or I don't know,
Yeah, they do, yeah.
instructors or whatever they call them. So they're paying all of them to go around all the time. The instructors or whatever, if you do have to do like fake training, that'll cost you. The facilities themselves weren't cheap to build, so obviously they're going to try and re-incur some of the costs for that. It's a lot of money, but that's why they are charging so much, because it is an immersive experience. Here's something which you're not going to get elsewhere. There's nothing else really like it. So
Yeah.
that's why it costs so much.
Well, maybe they lower it down in the future once they've made some money back
But
there.
I still wouldn't pay you.
No. I don't know.
No,
I
it's
can't say,
reasonable.
but at the moment I wouldn't. But if I was mega rich and I had more money than sense,
No, I think it's. I can understand why it could get up to that kind of price. With the costs and the setup of it all. Like it does take a lot of time and money and a lot of staff members and
yeah.
stuff
But
like
if
that.
you think about the outside costs as well, like, are you just gonna go there for the 2 days, or are you gonna pay for the rest of the park? The Disney hotel or something. Do you know what I mean? And you got to
I
add
don't know.
flights onto it. Like, if you go in for just the 2
have,
days, okay, I suppose. But the rest of it, if you want to go to see the rest of the Disney park, there's added costs again.
Well, we haven't looked. Maybe it does include the park as well. Hopefully it does.
Well, no, it does, but it's for the 2 days. I'm saying, if you're going to Disney, you're going to want to experience the rest of the stuff too, And also, if you go outside of this hotel, you're missing out on some of the experiences that you're paying extortionate amounts for.
Well, I think, as I say, people are going there just to be in there. I think a lot of them.
I'd say they've gone like all the celebrities and stuff. Like Salt Bay's restaurant. Okay.
No, don't start.
A similar thing, really, is he charges a lot too.
Yeah, like doubles the price or something, triples it.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got some more stories to bring up and information. So yeah, this is the rest of it's on continuing with the Star Wars Hotel. So let's see, Lords. Yeah, it's just going to show some of the features of the place. Like, obviously, showing there Chewbacca, so Chewbacca's going to be a little actor then. Alright, here are some of the things you can do. So, there's lightsaber training. Oh, I would like that. I'm a bit of a nerd of this stuff. I would like that. That's like, ticking off one of the things, like, you you want to do with the films, what to do with Star Wars, and you want to do lightsaber training. Bridge training as well, oh, that's good. So you operate ships.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, I suppose you could do the training, but you can't do the bridge training, though. So it says, bridge training, operate the ship's navigation and defense systems under the crew's guidance. So you have training. This is obviously, it looks like sort of like a video game thing where you can press some buttons, and it's like obviously another bridge experience, isn't it?
You got some cool screens probably to make it look like there's planets and stuff.
Yeah, no, that does look good. Like, imagine being, well, obviously it's not real, but imagine seeing the bridge and stuff. It'd be like something off Star Trek or something.
Dining room.
It's just got familiar characters. Chewbacca's showing. I think Rey's got some Resistance, mostly characters. Corellia dining room. Oh, that looks good. But look at the food, though. The food looks like fine dining food. I think it is catered towards the ultra rich, which is a shame.
I don't know about ultra rich. I think like middle to upper middle class and
Well, they got like some Star Wars themed food and drinks. And what's on the background? Oh, they got like looks like a projecting like a Twi'lek dancers, which just looks really cool. That would be cool. And I think there's some people playing music in the background. Yeah, so they're doing it like obviously for.
It would be enjoyable.
The little scenes you see in the films, innit? Like another experience again.
Also, do you know that drink earlier?
Yeah.
It came in quite like a big thing. Like I think and there's two people, so I think it's a drink that's meant to be shared anyway. Still expensive, obviously. But,
oh yeah, it's not just a shot, it's a few shots.
No, I know. People would argue that obviously you could split the price. But yeah,
what,
a drink.
£1,000 each.
No, but a drink, pretty much, yeah. But a drink that costs as much as the stay itself is the
Yeah.
more than the cost of the stay. Actually.
Oh, so this is showing a few different areas of the hotel.
Ooh,
so
I like
this.
room.
The atrium, that looks cool. It's like the main part of the ship, I suppose, isn't it? Where like a little lounge.
Yeah,
That looks cool. That does look good. Now like you see in the background, you can see some droids in the background. So you're like R2D2 type of droids, and I think if you look further on, there's obviously like an alien in it. So they've got some actors even being the people that's surrounding the hotel, like that's obviously they're the pretend guests, isn't it?
It's a lot of money, man. I'm just saying, like to do these costumes and people. I mean, you don't know, like I don't know. I doubt. So these people have to get probably quite early to get dressed. These costumes are probably some of them quite a fussy to get into.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. They got like a little gambling area, and they're playing this game. It's like a famous game in Star Wars called Sabak. And if you can see, there's actors there as well around the table, so they're obviously going to be. It's going to be really interactive while you're playing, which is really cool.
Nah, they're trying to tuck you up. I don't like. Well, the actors. Someone's playing and someone's dealing the cards. They're going to give them favourable cards to the other guy.
Nah, yeah. Well, yeah, they do. It's actually for real money. I read about this before. You play for real money.
Yeah, for that.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the cabin though, that looks good. Like I haven't seen such a brilliantly themed room. It's just some hotels and stuff, they have like wallpaper and a few little pictures, ornaments and stuff. But literally the whole room is like a an actual Star Wars like cabin, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
it does look good, and you got a little window
I'm
in the
not
background
sure.
pretending
Yeah,
you're
yeah. Do you know the
in
bed bits
space.
on the right? I think there might be like bunk beds if the kids go into or something. I'm not sure if you
All
can
right,
see.
let's have a look. Oh yeah, I can't see, but yeah, it does. Yeah, it is actually. Where do you see?
That's
I've
more
seen
like a
this
bait scene,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this before. It's like bunk beds, but it's like into the wall, into literally built into the
Yeah,
wall.
well, they do it like on ships, don't they?
Yeah,
The,
watch sci-fi film that you're gonna see these. Yeah,
mm,
it's good. No, I would love to do it, but it's just too pricey. Yeah, so they're calling it excursions, isn't it? So you can still go to the Disneyland park and stuff. There's obviously the Star Wars land called the Galaxy Edge. But as I said, I wouldn't really want to do that. If I'm paying all that money for the experience, I want to experience every single thing that's on it. I mean, I'm not going to miss
you
some
don't
sort
miss
of storyline to
you
go out on
don't
an
miss 1
excursion.
second.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Sorry, for paying all
You
that,
don't
that's
want
it.
even you don't want to spend 1 second outside that ship, you don't. You're
No,
living in that ship for 2 days straight.
yeah, I am. I'm
You're not
I'm
seeing
not
sunlight.
moving from it. Sorry to say, even though I would love to go to the Galaxy Edge, if I'm paying all that, I'm staying in there and I'm experiencing every aspect, and that's it. End of story. As I said, like it's you can't really go out to these places. If you do, you're missing out on things. So if you want to see the rest of the park, you probably need to book at least a few days extra onto it at like another hotel or
Yeah.
something. You're just missing out otherwise. I just don't. Yeah. Alright, it does look outstanding. It really does. But for the price of it, no thanks. What else have we got? Okay, there's a few more articles and information. And as I said, they're mostly themed on the hotels. So they're showing a few things. So this, yeah, obviously that's a cartoon, but they're showing the type of atmosphere you can expect. Yeah, so Star Wars themed food is saying, yeah, you can get meals. And you can get some clothing to dress up in, which is good. And the actual like replicas are saying.
Okay.
So you could possibly just dress up as Obi-Wan, or I don't know. It doesn't say exactly what you can get.
I'm dressing up as Jar Jar Binks, well.
Okay, so it says here you're a recruit for the Resistance, or you could have sympathy for the First Order. So you get to choose whether you want to be a bad guy or good guy.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's trained with lightsabers. Yeah, so obviously that does look quite good. Like, so you've got to kind of deflect
What's it?
like bolts in it. So there must be. This is showing what the room looks like. So they're deflecting. Some of the training's deflecting
That's
bolts.
probably lasers.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It's lasers, isn't it? It's not real, obviously, but
Yeah.
it just it'd be another interactive experience, which is good. It's saying it's definitely not a hotel, so maybe we should stop saying it. But it is a hotel. Okay, so
No, you sleep in this hotel.
yeah, it's a hotel. It has everything hotels does. Alright, this is experience as well, but it is based in a hotel. Anything? Yeah, so they've got actual like story writers in for it.
This is what I mean, Nick. The more you look into it, the
It's
more
like
I'm
it's
just
like your own
going
little
to write
movie,
one
like.
myself. No, but you can understand, like, why it is the price it is, I think.
Yeah, so seeing familiar characters will join you on board. We've already seen Chewbacca. Other legacy characters, including Rey. And there's other known characters that have yet to be revealed. Okay. Yeah, well, you can expect Kylo Ren at some point. That would be quite cool, because imagine Kylo Ren then, like, kind of invading the ship, and then you've got to kind of literally fight him off in a way, like yeah, Kylo Ren says, yeah. So Kylo Ren like interrogates people to see if they're part of the resistance.
It does link up with stuff going in Galaxy Edge. It says.
All right.
You might have to go outside, Nick.
Oh, well, I won't. I'll just miss that bit, and I'll ask people what happened.
You have to go outside at some point, okay?
Nah. So, oh yeah, seeing then, yeah. So some of the rides and stuff outside then, like the heist of the Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, and the Resistance base rides, like it all comes together. It connects directly to the experience, you're saying.
Yeah, while this is all happening as well, you're inside the hotel and no one's doing anything.
Well, you don't know. You don't know that, do you? Because they said, I've read somewhere that all these things, like the events happen and stuff, but you don't have to go to them. You can like stay in the lounge and have a drink or something, or you can go outside. But I wouldn't want to do that. Like if there is a little bit of time, possibly, like say they go, oh, you're not doing it from 2 hours now, you can go out. Then yeah, maybe I will. But what can you actually do in that short amount of time as well? The queues are probably going to be ridiculous. Unless they offer something like where you can skip the queues a bit. I don't know. It's gotta be something like that comes with it. Otherwise, I don't see how you're going to be able to do the rest of it. Yeah, so it's saying here, it's a playful experience. It's okay to explore the dark side. So obviously you get to choose. Yeah, so it gives you different choices at certain points, and whatever you want to do, obviously you do. Like you could do like a light side option, dark side option.
What if you just want to kill everyone? Yeah. You can't do that.
You'd be a full-on dark side, but yeah, that's not gonna happen, is it?
Yeah, some people might want to just go completely rogue and just go nuts.
Invitations to help Resistance crew and First Order abound. Okay. Right, so yes, you're not obligated to do anything. If you want to take part in it, you take part in it. Datapad available to add depth and continue to play a role in Star Cruiser experience.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, so it's choices, and when you get to do these choices on a datapad at some point. What's this say? Yeah. I think that's it for information here. Is there any videos? Yeah, will impact the venture, we've read already. Yeah, and it's gonna not gonna go to plan. Obviously, it needs to add a little bit of depth to the story.
Yeah,
Geared towards people of all ages. Okay, so it's geared towards families as well, but rich families. Oh, here we go. Look, that's this is the fine dining food. It looks cool. It does. But does the food come with it as well? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. You don't know these things. This, yeah. Well, if it isn't.
You're showing yourself up here, right? You're looking for the cheap deals.
Yeah. Showing how tight I am. Well, not really that tight though. Would you want to do this? For 2 days, would you want to... Would you rather a car? Would you rather a nice expensive car, or would you just want to go for this 2-day experience?
You don't
I don't know.
About 6 grand, 7 grand, but then they all over 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. One of the dishes comes to life.
Read that for me.
Oh, all-inclusive, is it? Is that what it says, yeah?
Scroll down a bit from you, Leo.
Okay, so yeah, the food comes part of the package, and one of your dishes comes to life.
You read that right, lunch and fish dish.
Another dish contained what appeared to be a baby octopus.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's kind of like, looks like a monster kind of thing, you know, like a space creature maybe. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually live food. Yeah, it's just, it's come into life. It's going to look like Star Wars.
Yeah. So does it say it's all inclusive?
Yeah. So it comes part of the package.
The drinks or?
Not the drinks, no.
Not the expensive.
All-inclusive food.
Not the beers.
What do you think they'll do with normal beers? Or they must have some sort of beer there, like themed beer.
Or you have to call in, yeah.
Star Wars Carlin, like.
Oh, well, what's this Peroni rubbish? Where's my Carlin?
Yeah. Oh, I think they'd probably do some sort of themed beer, innit? Surely, like, some people don't like cocktails and stuff. I'm not fussed on them, to be honest, but I'll give them a go. Yeah, so you can grab a drink, play sabak, which is like a gambling thing. If you need some air, the climate simulator, as you covered.
Yeah, I think all in all, it's a good place, isn't it? Like, it'd be fun. It is pricey for some people, but it's enjoyable and it'd be fun. I think there's lots to do there. Nice food. Some of the drinks may be a bit expensive, but it's good. But yeah, would you go then? Just sum it up.
I would like to, but it costs too much. Yeah, so the climate thing they're on about is when you travel to different planets, it's depending on the planet. If it's a warm planet, like the atmosphere will be like around you, so you'd feel warm if you're on a warm planet, and obviously cold in a cold planet, and then so it's got that part of the experience too. Like it shows a lot of good things. Like that's some of the things you could wear. Obviously, like a Leal costume there. Get even the head tails. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. What's this jewellery? Yeah, so it's like jewellery, little accessories you can get.
Necklace for 5 grand.
Yeah. You can show your allegiance by wearing the ship's logo. And there's merchandise line. That obviously you got to pay for, and I'm guessing a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can get. Yeah, okay. there's a few more things. I think these are the videos. So we'll have a look at these quickly. I'll just skip to the videos. I think we know more or less everything. That's gonna. We've read everything. 31 things. There can't be any more. If we look at this few pictures, though.
Yeah, I think we've covered this now. I think people are going to start getting bored.
Yeah. Well, I'm bored hearing about the high prices. So yeah, Rain Kylo Ren's there. Okay, how long is this now? So watch these videos, see your thoughts, and then...
Kristen Baver here aboard the Halcyon Star Cruiser. I'm inside of the atrium where you'll arrive on your launch pod for your journey. This is where the story begins, and you'll be fully immersed for your entire visit. Let's learn all about it.
Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is the first of its kind experience in the world. It's an immersive adventure. It is part interactive game. It is part live action role play. It's part impeccable service, guest experience. It's all of these things kind of rolled into one in a package that hopefully presents to you a seamless, organic Star Wars adventure. We want you to really feel like you're a character in Star Wars and really having a meaningful impact on what happens.
It is my honor and my privilege, friends, to welcome you here aboard the Halcyon.
The general story that unfolds is that you as a passenger are going aboard on a star cruiser in a galaxy far, far away. Nothing could possibly go wrong. You come aboard and you have muster, you get to meet a whole host of characters from your captain to your cruise director, and there are some unlikely folks. The First Order is actually trying to figure out if there's resistance activity on board the ship. And from there, things go from bad to worse. Over the course of your voyage, there are all sorts of unexpected surprises, and all the characters need your help as a passenger. So whether it's trying to help ignite the spark of the resistance, or perhaps you're playing the other side, trying to figure out what the resistance is doing and ultimately maybe even sabotaging the ship. It all depends on kind of who you meet and how you choose to play.
For the order.
For the order. Ignite the spark.
This project is different from anything else we've ever done, mostly because of the length. We've never had something where people stay overnight and stay within the same story for 2 days, 2 nights. So that offered a really interesting challenge in that how do you make a big overarching story that's clear to everyone while also having so many individual paths that the passengers can take and stories that the passengers themselves influence. It was such a fun challenge to deal with that, and thankfully Walt Disney Imagineering had some really great story architects on their side that figured out the puzzle of it all.
Ignite your lightsaber.
There's always an amazing challenge with doing something that's never been done before. This project in particular brings together so many different disciplines that have all sort of worked in conjunction but never have deeply integrated at this level. So we're creating this brand new brand of immersive storytelling that interweaves live performers and technology in your personal mobile device. It really is a brand new type of experience.
If I could give one piece of advice before you board the Halcyon Star Cruiser, no matter who you are, no matter how you think about Star Wars, we've already designed for you. If you love Star Wars and you're ready to dive in, we're ready. If you have no idea what Star Wars is about, we're ready for you. The idea, just be yourself, have fun, and I would say be a little curious.
Yeah. So... yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Let's go to the other page then. I'd definitely go to it if I had the money. But it's too pricey. It's gutting. It really is. So I think there's a video here somewhere.
Yeah, you seem to have come around a bit more now then.
You get to see a few more things. That's the data pad. Here's Chewie. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. Yeah, it's just showing a few things you can do. Is there a video on here, or is it just the images? It might just be the images. That's part. Oh, Rey's trains you, does she? There's some interactive things. You can control the ship there. Okay, right. Here's the video.
Kristen Baber here aboard the Halcyon Star Cruiser.
This is the
Your
data
schedule
pad.
is jam-packed when you're here, and it all lines up on your data pad, which tells you where to go, and it tells you when you've got lightsaber training. Let's learn all about it.
The data pad is a component within the Play Disney Parks app. It is this wonderful thing that we've extended from Galaxy's Edge to really be a companion to your entire experience aboard the Halcyon Star Cruiser.
The Star Wars data pad in the Play Disney Parks mobile app is your personal view into this story. It houses your itinerary, your personal itinerary, which bridge training you're going to, which lightsaber training you're going to. And so from that extent, it's a really useful tool while you're on the experience. It is really a way for us to invite guests not only to engage deeper with the story, but to start to play.
I think the exciting thing and the thing that I've loved seeing come to life is that it actually makes the characters real, and the characters make it real. And this app enables you to continue to communicate with those characters even when they're not right in front of you. So the character continues and your relationship with them continues to grow.
The datapad was originally developed for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge as sort of a way to explore this new outpost. With Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, we just took it extra far. We took it a lot further. It is your tool to take your story from the Star Cruiser down to your planet excursion at Batuu and then back up to the ship. The stories that you kick off, the friends that you make on board the ship will then continue asking you to do things while you're in Galaxy's Edge, and it sort of brings an extra layer to your Galaxy's Edge experience because you're there for a reason. And then when you come back to the ship, the actions that you took on Batuu at Galaxy's Edge play out later in the evening. And so it really is this sort of interwoven, connected thing that was kind of all built at the same time with the same sort of thoughts in mind.
In addition to the datapad, there's a lot of ways that guests can interact and engage with the Halcyon while they're there. And there's really no right or wrong way to do it.
Commencing all passenger demonstration drill to shoot, load, repair, and defend.
We've got bridge ops training where passengers can learn to operate the ship's systems, weapons, shields, and loaders. Your training may even come in handy later when you need to take control of the bridge to help whichever side you're supporting.
Excellent job, everyone. You would definitely make the Halcyon proud here today.
There's also lightsaber training, where the Saja instruct passengers on the ancient art of wielding a lightsaber against training remotes. As it becomes more challenging, you may even find yourself feeling the Force.
Repeat after me. I am one with the Force.
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 And the passengers may even find themselves in the engineering room, where they get hands-on access to the inner workings of the Halcyon. You may find yourself cycling the power core, or even installing a coaxium injector that will eventually help the ship escape to hyperspace.
Communicate, focus, determination, yes?
But that's not the only way to do it. You can certainly chill out a little bit more, spend some time in the lounge, or you can probably find some way right in between, whatever really works for you.
Yeah. Yeah, so for me, it'd be like heaven.
Yeah, that's
Like, yeah.
gone from no, like no to ooh, I love it.
Yeah, no. It is something I'd want to do. Like, I would love to do it. I really would, but it's just, as I said, the price that's stopping me. Like, I'd love to do it. Like, if I would choose anything, I would love to do that for like a week. I'd probably choose that out of anything. Do you know what I mean? It was that good to me as a huge fan of it, and I think you'd probably like it as well, even though you're not such a big fan. But
it's just no, especially when anything when it's like immersive, it makes it so much more enjoyable, doesn't it?
Yeah, like you're in a little story and you even sleep there. Do you mean you get a little cabin, you live in a Star Wars life for 2 days. 2 days isn't much as well, isn't it? Or something, but it would be probably amazing experience. But it's for the rich. It's tailored for the rich, in my opinion, and I just don't see how every normal day people are going to be able to afford it. I just got to hope at some point I get a bit of wonga, and then I can end up going. But yeah, it'll be a hell of an experience. It'll be brilliant. So I think that's all for us today. We've gone through some Star Wars news and also some rumours. I hope you enjoyed. You know what to say.
Until next time on Star Wars.
Goodbye everyone, and we'll see you soon for more rumours and news.